Let's now cross to James Vasina from our sports desk, who is in Bafoussam, which is one of 5 host cities across Cameroon. Hi there, James. As we've seen, it's been a real roller coaster ride ahead of this tournament, and the pandemic certainly looks set to complicate things, with several teams already reporting COVID cases in the build-up to this tournament.
Absolutely, Selena. It's a challenge, but it's a challenge that has been dealt with before. Hosting a major sporting event in the time of pandemic. We can think, of course, about the Olympics over the summer or even the Euros. So basically here, organisers are trying to do everything to avoid any major outbreaks, any disturbance to the general ongoing of the competition. So to give you an idea, we're being tested every 72 hours. Fans who'll be coming here to attend the games have to show proof of vaccination as well as a negative COVID-19 test. And for players, well, they're being tested every 24 hours, basically being kept in pretty much a bubble to avoid any disruption to their squads. Stadiums are also going to be having a limited capacity, but all this has not, as you said, been able to really keep any disruption away, even when it was at the build-up to the tournament or in the last days. The latest news is that 7 players have tested positive for COVID-19 in Guinea's squad. Senegal will be without Edouard Mendy and Koulibaly in their opening game. That will be tomorrow. And of course, Aubameyang has tested positive for Gabon. So that's just a few of the names, but there's been quite a bit of chaos, obviously trying to limit everything as possible. But the rule is, for the organisers, that as long as a squad has 11 fit players, then they will be playing their games. So this basically an attempt to try and get everything to go as planned. Not enough, of course, for any substitutions, but enough to keep everything going. So in the end, AFCON's going to be about not just the players that have been selected for their teams, but also, of course, the players that are available for them on match day.
Indeed. And James, this isn't obviously the only concern ahead of this competition. It's also being held under the shadow of some security problems.
It is, of course. There's some concerns, of course, in the north, over towards Garoua, with threats from, of course, Boko Haram, and then towards the western parts of the country with Anglophone separatists, possibly wanting to cause chaos, they say. But there's been heavy military presence over the last few days, especially over here in Bafoussam, and a lot of police. Cameroonians telling us that they're not used to seeing this over here. So clearly something that has been brought out especially for the event and to try and avoid any disruption, of course, on match day when that security will be tightened up even more.
James Vasina for us there, reporting from Bafoussam. We'll be joining you again in the show later on.